done woke up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober? Y'all OD, follow me. Where the rain follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really on the throne, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the wire, better put Milo on it. And let's soon Chico Milo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going still right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that shit back. Listen to the truth for the sky crack. And the Lord get back. Or somebody wants some get back. And they click clack, leave you bent back. Thinking I just intact. Never left, but I've been back. Cross on my bit neck. And I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in the club, funny, you was in it. Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, smell what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the meal may stop. But they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like, how you do that now? Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? Is everything real good, true and fair? But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down. If you knew that down.
Just a little faster right now, doesn't it? As they stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can make.
Bands, keep your chin tucked. It's the one that only goes with the shadow in the front. And man, I'm tired, man. I don't even know why I'm doing this live, bro. But I do want to cover real quick. Damn, Tycho, you quick as hell, bro. Tycho be quick as hell, bro. Tycho be popping up before the fucking before the live even like registers. Tycho pops up every time. What's going on, bro? Hey, listen, hey, you watching Boots on Saturday, bro? Saturday is my birthday, and bro, like I don't even look forward to birthdays anymore. I don't even look forward to them. Like it's just a regular day to me. The only thing I like to do on my birthday is to kind of get my mind off it, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? And yeah. Yo, hey, listen, bro, I like Boots, man. I like Boots. I really do. I like Boots. You know, but to be honest with you, man, like I'm just at a point where I'm just like, I just want to see the fights that I want to see, man. Like this whole like, especially with like, I noticed with this generation of fighters, man, with social media and everything, like I this whole Shakur thing really put a bad taste in my mouth. Like these guys waste way more energy on stuff they say in interviews and stuff they say on social media than they do in actually just fighting people. And that goes for everybody. I'm not just singling out Shakur. I'm not, because he's not the only one that does it. There's a lot of clout going on, you know, like Keyshawn Davis. I like Keyshawn Davis. There's nothing bad I like about the kid, you know, but I feel like a lot of the things he does is for clout. You know, like you're calling out Teofimo Lopez at 140 when you know you fight at 135. Like, what's so weird about that is you got a guy that beat you 4 times, Andy Cruz, and like you don't even mention the dude. And when they do mention him, he's joking. He's like, oh yeah, that guy, he's a joke. You know, like, why would you do that? Like, that guy beat you 4 times, like 3-4 times in the Olympics. That should be like one of the main guys you're trying to fight right now. And look, I get it. A lot of it comes down to money. You know, people want to, a lot of these guys fight for money, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's their lives, bro. But I mean, look at last week. Look at last week. You know, you have Shakur Stevenson from Jersey. Oh, he is, bro. Yeah, he is. He is. And you know, I saw somebody make a video in regards to the Cuban fighters. Cuban fighters and the Cuban amateur system compared to the American amateur system. And I think Ukraine is also a part of it or whatever. So one of the things, like, I learn stuff new all the time, you know. One of the things I learned is that, and I don't know if they still do it. I don't know if they still do it, but like in the amateurs in America, there's certain things you gotta abide by. Like the way that you can fight, the way they score and stuff like that, right? It's different from like Cuba and Ukraine. And if you ever notice, guys from those areas of the world, they always seem to be more seasoned. Then again, they also have a lot more fights, right? And you know, a lot of times with the Cubans, you don't even know their real age, you know? Like what was his name? King Kong Ortiz? Who knows how really old that dude was, bro? He could have been 50 years old. You don't even know. But they were talking about, I was watching this guy talk about Vasily Lomachenko, right? And about how, like, over the amateurs in other areas of the world, right? Like, you could fight with your hands down, or you could fight, you know, different ways. And I didn't realize, like, in the amateurs in America, they were pointing out the differences where, like, you have to abide by certain things. Then I remember Floyd Mayweather fighting in the amateurs, and I remember Floyd didn't have the Philly shell. Floyd had his hands up like this. You know, he had the traditional stance. And I always thought it was just because, you know, because he could do both. But then when I realized it, like, the only time I ever seen Floyd actually fight with the orthodox defense was when he fought what's his name and got caught coming out of the, what was the guy's name? Oh my goodness, bro. What was the guy's name? Mayweather got hurt. This was in one of his early fights. He got hurt and he got rocked. And it was because he was in that shell. Actually, twice in his career. One time when he got rocked by Shane Mosley, right? And the other time was by what's his name? Hold on one second. What's his name? Yeah, Mosley. When he got rocked by Mosley, right? He left his Philly shell and went to the traditional defense, is what I'm saying, Floyd. Hold on one second. Where's the dude? What's his name? He had an interview. Matter of fact, I think I talked to that dude like 2 years ago. I forgot whose channel he was on. He still fights, by the way. Hold on. You guys know who he is once I tell you. You'll know who he is as soon as I tell you. Yes. Thank you, brother. Yes. Thank you. You see? Boxing heads, boxing knowledge. Yes, the Marcus Chop Corley. Right. I think it was like, I forgot what round it was. If you go back, Floyd came out and got caught like real early in the round. He was hurt. And he realized, like, the Philly shell, the stance that he was using wasn't good for DeMarcus Corley, because Corley, I don't know, for some reason he kept getting caught. If you notice in that fight, go back, the moment Floyd stopped using his Philly shell and went to the traditional hands up in the front like this, he started winning the fight easily. But when he was fighting the traditional Floyd with his shoulder like this, he was getting caught. And Shane Mosley did the same thing. He just had, like, it was just the style. I don't know, you know, and but anyway, Floyd was able to adapt, you know. But getting back to what I was saying, man, look, I look at Shakur like last week. I want to speak on just I keep calling them young kids, but they're not young kids, bro. They're young men, but they act like kids. Okay, they act like kids. Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, all of them, all of these young men that come from this generation, they seem to be. They put more effort in clout chasing, social media, than they do actually chasing greatness, in my opinion. Now, Teofimo Lopez, I still think does a mixture of both. I still think Tio has done more than, somebody like a Gervonta Tank Davis, who purely fights for entertainment and money, in my opinion. I think we all know it's no secret. It's no secret that if Tank wanted to be undisputed or unified, it wouldn't be that hard. And what I mean by it wouldn't be that hard is it wouldn't be that hard for him to actually unify. Everyone would like to fight Tank because they make money fighting Tank, right? Let's just be completely honest here. You may not like Tank, but at the end of the day, if you fight Tank, you're probably going to make a big payday, right? So it wouldn't be very hard for him to want to unify at 135 or to go undisputed at 135. It probably be easy to make those fights. People would be eager to make those fights, even if it's a co-promotion. But they don't, and it's not just, it's just with a lot. Like, for instance, last week, Shakur Stevenson, who I think is one of the most talented as far as technique goes, the kid is talented. And let me tell you something, bro. If that kid don't want to get hit, he ain't going to get hit. Let me tell you that right now. If that kid does not want to get hit, he's not going to get hit. It's that simple. But I don't know if it's going to be exciting, though. You know what I mean? But he's talented. And last week, when you got people walking out of the ring, walking out of the arena while this kid is fighting, should tell you something. It should really tell you something. It should really tell you that people are expecting action when they pay for fights, man. When people are attending fights, and I get it. If you have it in your head that you just want to win and that's it, that's fine. But you can't have it both ways. Like, you can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? You can't fight extra safe and win the fight and expect the fans to be like, oh, yeah, that's a great fight. No, fans want to see action, bro. They want to see someone get hurt. Fans want to see people get dropped. Fighters get dropped. They want to see action, bro. You can't have it both ways. You can't fight the whole fight being extra scary and not wanting to get hit, but then at the end of the fight, expect everyone to be like, yeah, that was a great performance. No, it don't work like that. And the only people that are defending his performances are people, they're D-riders, bro. It is what it is, man. There is no defending it, especially when after the fight, this kid literally said, F the fans, bro. F the fans. So the people that paid to watch this kid fight, he's saying F you to them because he put up a boring fight. That's just crazy to me. And then he goes on social media and says, yeah, well, I'll still make millions in my next fight, and I'll still fight the same way, right? And you know why? And you know why he's going to keep doing it? Because people are going to keep supporting that type of. People will keep supporting that behavior and those performances. Is no different than, look, let me speak on Ryan Garcia real quick, bro. Let me speak on Ryan Garcia real quick. You know what I noticed? I noticed that, Ryan, I really feel like he does a lot of things to keep his name relevant. And you know what's so crazy? He's not even fighting. This kid is suspended. This kid is suspended right now, and you got all these channels still upset with the little racist comments he made, but all they're doing is keeping Ryan relevant, bro. All they're doing is keeping him relevant. Anything happens with Shakur, right? Anything happens with Shakur, instead of addressing Shakur, what do? They redirect it to Ryan, right? Instead of addressing Devin Haney, they redirect it to Ryan. And I'm looking at it like, okay, bro, I get it. Ryan made some comments that, look, a lot of people are saying F that kid, but y'all keep talking about him and y'all keep keeping this kid relevant, bro. You doing exactly what he wants you to do, man. You sitting there spending all this time. So, bro, you're not gonna change racism. Do you understand that? Like, do you understand that like it's almost like if you have a child, I don't know how many of y'all have daughters. I don't know how many of y'all have daughters. I don't have a daughter. But what do you think happens when you have a curious young female that wants to go out and indulge in life, and you try to keep her in the house? What do you think happens? The number one thing she does is she just wants to rebel even more, bro. She just wants to rebel even more. And you're not going to change somebody of what they're going to do. You know what I mean? Like, there's KKK rallies every year, bro. Like, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get back. Listen, there's nothing you could do to change the way somebody looks at you. There's nothing you could do. It's nothing. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that you okay it. What I'm saying is there's only so much that you could do as an individual. And I feel like when it comes to Ryan, people are keeping his name relevant. They're keeping his name relevant because they're so offended by what he says. Yet the kid isn't even fighting. The kid is suspended. And people are spending hours talking about him. Like, do you really think that because some YouTube channels are going to say expel Ryan from the sport, you really think that's going to stop him from not being in the sport? People will pay just off that alone. Now people are going to want to see the kid lose even more. Hate is the same, like in boxing, in fighting. Hate is just as much as like loving somebody. Like, it's the same support. There's no different. There's no difference. Floyd made a whole career off people hating him. A whole career. I know people that literally said, I only bought Floyd Mayweather's fights because I wanted to see him get knocked out. I wanted to see him lose. It's the same. If somebody buys it because they hate it or somebody buys it because they love it, they still bought it, bro. There is no deciphering the difference. So I'm just at a point, man, where I just want to see the fights that I feel like the fans, you know, that we deserve to get. And we had a good year. Was it last year? Especially when PBC was starting to, it looked like they were making their exit, right? We got a lot of fights that we were asking for. And what I also noticed is a lot of fights that we usually ask for as fans usually don't go the way that we think they're going to go. How many times have you waited for two fighters to fight and you're like, I can't wait till these two guys fight, and you envision it in your head how it's going to go, and it usually just is one-sided. One of the guys gets demolished, bro. He just gets straight demolished, and you're like, damn, I ain't see that coming. And the whole time we were sitting up here arguing over, yeah, when this guy fights this guy and this guy fights this guy. That's why I was saying in my other live, like, bro, like, just stop capping for these dudes and making excuses why people shouldn't fight each other, and just have them fight. We spend more energy on, I notice we spend more energy explaining a fight not to happen than we do fights to happen. And that's just weird to me. That's just like, I get it, bro. Like, I get building a fight and talking about a fight, but either two things usually happen, bro. It usually gets over marinated, right? And then by the time they do fight, it's like the traction that it had is no more, because either one of the fighters lose, right? One of the fighters lose, or something happens, right? Or he loses a couple times, or whatever the case may be, or they're just older now. They're just older, and people like Floyd and Manny. Like, Floyd and Manny still broke records, but people didn't want to see Floyd fight Manny at that time. They wanted to see that fight like 6 years prior. And it was over marinated. Spence and Bud was so over. Okay, let me ask you this. You think if Spence would have fought Bud before he had that accident, before he had those multiple accidents and eye surgery, do you think the fight would have been the same? I still got Crawford winning, but I'm saying, do you think it would have been like that? It wouldn't have been like that. And that's because the fight was over marinated, bro. The people spent years. And then you got people defending it. You got people literally defending what a man should make Like, they're pocket watching, bro. Like, why do you care what a man makes? So you as a fan should be only interested in watching the two people fight. That's it. Like, what are you up here? Like, are you getting paid any money? Because like I've seen people literally defend a dude's pocket, bro. And I'm thinking like, damn, I hope this man's paying you, bro. Like, you as a fan should just be wanting to see people fight. Like, damn, why you care how much this dude is making? Let that be up to him and his promoter. You know, Shakur literally puts up a performance like that, right? And you got people in his hometown that walk out, and that should tell you something, because people in your hometown will give you more leeway than anybody. You know what I mean? It's not like you're fighting in a foreign area where people are quick to boo you. No, these are people that support you. These are people that are ride or die fans. And they're literally booing you, bro, and they're walking out of your fight. And what do? Instead of just addressing it or whatever, you blame your opponent, and then you say F the fans. So now you're saying F the people that are supporting you. You know, that's basically what you're saying. So you're blaming us because we walked out because we thought it just wasn't an action-packed fight. That's crazy. The entitlement is crazy, bro. Without the fans, you are not who you are, bro. None of these athletes are not who they are without us, bro. Without us supporting them, without us talking about them, without us paying or whatever it is, bro. They're not who they are without us, bro. They wouldn't be anything. And yet we spend more time talking about why people shouldn't fight. Boots is a fighter that I've always supported for a long period of time. This is a man who has over 30-something fights by now. I think he has over 30-something fights. And this is and now I got to be brutally honest with Boots. He's like an advanced prospect or something. He shouldn't have got this IBF belt the way that he got it. He didn't even really fight for it. I mean, he didn't fight the right guy for it. And of course, what people are going to call him an email champ or whatever they're going to say. So as far as Boots is concerned, this is going to be his first title defense. It's in Philly. You know, people in Philly, bro, they support their fighters heavily. So I'm actually with this fight as far as like, because this guy fought Bud. Avanesian fought Crawford. Now, when did Crawford stop him? What round did Crawford stop this guy? It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is he's fighting the same opponent that Crawford did. So if he beats this man in a faster fashion, I don't believe in the triangle theory. I don't believe just because this man beats this man and this man beats this man but I do believe that when you have a fighter that beats somebody and then you have another fighter that beats the same fighter in a quicker fashion or a more devastating way, I do believe that counts for something, even though the reason why that dude is beating him so fast and so easily is because he took a whooping from the other guy. You know what I mean? What was it? Kell Brook? Kell Brook done moved up to fight Triple G, came back. I think he had his eye sockets all messed up and everything. And then he fights Spence, right? And then it's like, you know, then you ask yourself, he did good against Spence. And when you see something like that, you ask, like, what happens if he didn't fight like Triple G? Like, how would that fight have even went? Because he did pretty good after that fight. And that's after moving up in weight and getting your eyes all bashed in. So now you got to ask yourself, what would have happened if he would have never moved up? You don't ever ask yourself, what would have happened with Spence and Crawford if Spence didn't have, and what he had, 2 accidents? The guy flew out the car at like 70 miles an hour. He should have been dead. Should have been dead. This man goes in the hospital, recovers, comes back, beats Danny Garcia, beats Ugas, right? But you still got it. But he was never the same. He never even talked the same. The man was slurring, bro. The man was slurring before the accident, okay? Like, but he was really slurring after. You could tell. Like, that's brain damage, bro. I do got the weigh-in, the clips from the weigh-in, and the one guy, what's his name? Hackett, and what's the guy's name? Dobson? That guy heated pretty quickly.
Ready to face off against Pete Dobson. Hackett 8-0, 7 knockouts. Dobson 16-1 with 9 knockouts. Let's try and listen in here.
Bro, don't ever put your finger in someone's face, bro. Don't ever do that. Don't do that. That's mad disrespectful, bro. The dude was literally touching his face like this. Like, don't do that, bro. That's crazy. Boots and Avanesian was kind of, the whole thing has been lackluster to me. I like Boots, but I honestly don't think it's going to be a competitive fight. That's just me. I don't think, hey, hopefully Avanesian can prove me wrong, but I don't think it's going to be a competitive fight at all. I think Boots is going to do whatever he wants to do with this man. He can fight lefty. He can fight righty. He's got power in both hands. He's young. He's big for 147 too. I mean, bro, Boots looked like he could be fighting at 160 easily. Boots is going to destroy this guy, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But the stare down was a little lackluster.
And he has to deal with Boots Ennis, who at 27 is entering the prime of his career. He has the power, the speed, the ring IQ, the technical talents that he has learned under his father and his 2 older brothers. The Boise Dungeon takes center stage on Saturday night at Wells Fargo Center.
Even the people were like, "Ah, come on, man." What's good, brother? How you doing? What do you mean it wasn't real, Iceman? You mean when they fought Spence? Yeah, Boots is huge, bro. Boots is huge. For 147, hey, look, man. You know how we bring up the topic of being a weight bully or whatever? I juggle with that back and forth, man. I juggle with it back and forth because it takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort to lose weight, right? And then at the same time, like, I feel like it's a double-edged sword, right? I spend all this time and energy dropping weight and losing weight, when in reality, like, some fighters do that because they feel like they're naturally bigger. So if they just cut the weight when they rehydrate, they're just naturally bigger in the ring, right? But that doesn't always work like that. It doesn't always work like that. You could have a bad weight cut and you rehydrate in a bad way. Now you're drained. Now you're tired as hell the next day. You got all sleep, you ate, you drank, you rehydrated, but your body is just not the same, bro. It's a double-edged sword, but Boots is huge, bro. Boots can easily be fighting at 160, easily. I don't understand why Terrence Bud Crawford still has 2 belts at 147. I don't think that man's going back down to 147. I don't even see why he's got those belts. Like, give me a reason why he's going back down to 147. Who's he gonna fight? Who's he gonna fight? Pacquiao? Because Pacquiao's coming back. Manny Pacquiao's coming back, which is kind of crazy. Manny Pacquiao's got a lot of money. Either he loves the sport or something's going on. Like, that's weird to me. Manny Pacquiao is like, he's made a lot of money, bro. Like, why would you want to come back and risk your health at that age? And he ain't even risking his health like against no, he's going straight for the champ. Pacquiao crazy, bro. One thing you could never say about Manny Pacquiao is he ducked. He ain't ducked nobody. This man done left boxing, came back after all that time and said, yeah, just give me the champion, please. I'll take the champion. Yeah, I don't need no warm-ups, bro. Just go straight for the champion. That dude don't duck nobody, bro. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think he needs the money. What do you mean? Manny Pacquiao? I don't know how accurate Google is, but I don't know how accurate it could be, but bro, $220 million, my guy. $220 million. This is what they say that his net worth is. Yeah, well, let me ask you a question when it comes to Shakur Stevenson. Let me ask you a serious question. This kid has all the talent in the world, in my opinion. He's one of the only fighters I know that literally can fight a whole boxing fight, and if he really doesn't want to get hit, he won't get hit, or he'll barely get hit. And he'll still find a way to beat you on points. Land a couple jabs, land, some quick, not so hard shots, but just enough to win the round. And you won't even hit, you won't even hit him. Like, he's one of the few fighters that could do that. But you want to know why I feel like he's so defensive, and the reason why it's so hard to hit him? Because I honestly feel like in the bottom of my heart, the kid is scared to get hit. That's why. That's why. It's like he's scared to get hit, but he's in boxing. Like, that's what happens when you fight, man. He has all the tools in the world to be more aggressive and to be more entertaining, but yet he chooses not to. It's like, you got to really let that sink in when you're in your hometown and it's the 6th round and people are leaving, bro. And then you got people defending this kid, defending it like, like making excuses like, well, people do leave the fights early like that. Why would you leave the main event early? You pay for the tickets, right? Because of the main event. You're not paying for the tickets for the first fight, are you? The preliminary, the prelims or nothing? No. Everyone's there to watch the main event. As fights go on, it gets more, the more important fights. You usually got the opener, right? And then you got a second fight, right? And then you got a third fight, the co-main, right? And then you got the main. And it usually, how it's supposed to go is the opening fight. Sometimes they're all title fights, sometimes they're not. But how it's supposed to go is, this fight is somewhat, it gets more as important, it's more important. That's the whole purpose of stacking a card. So you have the main event and you stay to watch the main event. So when you got people leaving the main event halfway during the fight, what does that tell you? In your hometown. And then you say F the fans. So now you're saying F the people that support you now. I can't, me personally, I can't get behind that. Like, the kid spends more time defending himself on social media. If he put even half the effort he does in replying to people on social media in the ring, oh, he'd be a bad boy. He'd be a bad boy, bro. Like he's got all the tools. He just needs to be more aggressive, man. But I'm telling you, I've always thought the reason why Shakur is so hard to hit is because he's scared of getting hit. I don't think he believes in his power at all. I don't. And to be honest with you, when you have power like Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, if you were more aggressive, people would back off you, because it's not like those punches are so light. Like, nobody's fighting Devin Haney and Shakur with their hands down. Like, come on, bro, hit me. Nobody's doing that. Okay. Because they are professionals. They punch you enough times, bro. It's going to hurt. It's going to puff up your face. They catch you in the right timing, you could get dropped, bro. So nobody's going to stand there and just let you hit them. So if you don't have a lot of power, bro, you could be more aggressive, bro. Like, I don't understand how a person can go into a fight, not be aggressive and not be entertaining, and then get mad at the people who want the fight to be entertaining. That's just crazy to me. I don't get it. It's like you cheating on your wife and then you blame her. No, you're the one doing it, bro. Like, she has every right to be mad at you. Like, the fans got every right to be mad at you. They're spending money. They're watching you in your hometown, by the way. Blamed everybody but himself, blamed his opponent, blamed the promotion. Yo, you know it's bad. Did y'all see what Tim Bradley said about him? Did you hear what Tim Bradley said about Shakur? Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked, bro. Because if anybody has ever supported Shakur, it was Tim Bradley. This guy, like I said, do an experiment. The next time you see Shakur fight him and Tim Bradley is doing the commentary, if you can, turn around. Like, don't look at the screen. Just turn around and just listen to Tim Bradley, how he talks about that kid. It doesn't match what the kid is doing in the ring. You would think the kid is levitating and shooting fireballs out and everything and doing all these tricks and stuff, bro. It doesn't match. He's like, he's the biggest cheerleader for this kid. And I was surprised what he said this past weekend, bro. He told him to grow up. He said he's scared to get hit. He said all that. I was shocked. I was like, damn, you know it's bad when your biggest offender, your biggest hype man is basically saying, bro, you need to be more exciting, bro. He is smart. He is smart. Absolutely. I never said he's not, you know. It's just what I'm saying is you got to pick one, bro. You got to pick one. So, okay, for instance, Devin Haney, right? I've always said if I was Devin Haney, I wouldn't try to be entertaining. I've always said that about him. I've always said just go in there and win. People are going to call you boring regardless. But if you go in there and you try to impress people, that's when you're going to get caught. That's when you're going to get hurt, right? We want Shakur to be more aggressive, but he's not stupid. He knows that the more aggressive he is, the more chances it is for him to get hurt. So yeah, he's smart. But he can't also get mad at us, though. You see what I'm saying? You can't get mad at us for wanting to see an actual fight, bro. You know, I was just watching somebody on another channel. I forgot who it was, but they were at the fight. They were at the fight. Tycho, did you go to the fight, Tycho? I thought you said you was going to the fight. Did you go to the fight, Tycho? I know somebody who said he was at the fight, and he said that when Shakur was like, you know, landing and coming forward, everyone was like, yeah. Oh, you was there. Okay. So let me ask you. He said they weren't booing him and they were booing the opponent. Were they booing Shakur? Were they booing him because he wasn't pressing the action? Or were they booing his opponent? You was there. You from Jersey. They were booing him. All right, see? There you go. They were booing him. And not because here goes the clear thing too. They were booing him not because they don't like him. Not because they don't support him. They're booing him because they know that the kid could step on the gas, bro. That he could be more aggressive, and he's not. He's not. And then he blames, then he says, F you. F you. The one that supports him. I could understand if he said, yo, F the haters and F everybody that doesn't like me, right? No, I just fuck the fans. Fuck all y'all. To me, that's just crazy to me, bro. That's just crazy to me. You blaming the people that are literally making you who you are, because without us, you are not who you are. You wouldn't make no money. You wouldn't be known. Right. And he blamed the opponent. To be fair, Frank Martin didn't look great against Artem either. So you got to give Artem some credit. You know what I mean? Because Frank Martin didn't look, which by the way, Frank Martin responded to Shakur on social media. And this man, I just got knocked out, like brutally knocked out a couple weeks ago. And he even got on social media and was like, bro, look, he was like, man, I was sleeping during your fight. Who's the new Ryan? Who's the new Ryan? Shakur? I don't know what you mean as far as like people not liking him or whatever. I could tell you this right now. I could tell you this right now. The best thing as far as Ryan Garcia is concerned, for the people that don't like him, this is for the people that I still see making lives about this kid, talking about the racist comments. For all of y'all that don't like him, I'm telling you, you don't got to listen to me, but the best thing you should do is stop talking about the kid, bro. Stop talking about the kid. You're doing exactly what this kid is not even able to fight. He's suspended. And yet all these people are still making lives about this kid, bro. I just saw this morning like 5 channels talk about his racist comments that he done made. Everybody done said, yo, the shit was wrong. Everybody done said, hey, man, look, man, this kid's a fucking joke. You know, he needs to go to rehab or whatever it is, whether it's rehab, mental illness, whether it's both, whether he's a racist or not. The majority of the world was like, bruh, come on, bro. Like he's done did some crazy stuff, but by now. And yet people are still talking about this kid. And I'm like, bro, all you're doing is helping him, bro. That's what he wants, bro. That's what he wants. I'm doing it right now by talking about him. I saw yesterday, right? I was, I usually surf around on YouTube. Yeah, I only watch 2 things. I watch boxing and I watch true crime. I've always loved, I don't know, it's weird, right? Boxing and true crime. If I'm not watching boxing, I'm watching true crime, right? Mysteries of like a person that was murdered or a person that went missing or whatever, right? That's what, like right now I've been, you guys know about that kid, Jay Slater, who disappeared on, supposedly he's been disappeared for like 4 weeks. And I don't know, it's intriguing. You know what I mean? But anyway, I was surfing yesterday. I'm surfing YouTube, and I see these channels talking about Ryan, and they're angry. Right now, it's your choice, bro. If you want to be angry, that's fine. But then I see like the next day, like they're doing it again, and I'm like, bro, don't you see what you're doing? Like, don't you see what you're doing? Like, if you go back to your last 3-4 lives, what have you been talking about? Ryan. That's all you've been doing is talking about Ryan. And he don't care whether it's negative or positive. He just wants his name to be relevant. Why do you think Tank Davis, by the way, why do you think Gervonta Tank, let me ask you a question. Why do you think Gervonta Tank Davis has supported Ryan? Ask yourself that. Oh yeah, I love true crime, bro. I love true crime. All that, unsolved mysteries, all that. Because it's real life. It's real life. The new Ryan, as far as creating a character that's like the bad guy and trolling everyone 24/7, blaming everyone else. Yes. In that way, yes, he is exactly like Ryan. Yes. Ryan don't take accountability either. Ryan don't take. This is what I'm trying to say. A lot of these guys don't. This is not the single out Ryan. This is not the single out Shakur. This is Teofimo is included in it. Devin Haney is included in this. Shakur is included in this. A lot, just these young men that come from this generation. A lot of them don't take accountability. They blame other people. They act like, their shit don't stink, like they're perfect. A lot of these kids, I keep saying kids, but they're young men actually. That includes Ryan. That includes Devin. Look at Devin. Listen, to be fair, let me ask you about Devin. Okay, Devin, regardless what stance you take with Ryan, right? Okay, Devin, you got cheated. Okay. You got cheated. Fine. You got your O back, right? You got your O back, did you not? So what are you going to do now? Right? What does he do? He's not dropping it. Now he's suing Ryan for mental anguish and all this other stuff. And it's like, bro, don't get mad at people when people are like, all right, bro, I'm done hearing it, bro. Like, don't get. You want me to play the Haney pack? Oh my goodness, bro. All right. You know they don't like me as it is, Tycho. They don't like me as it is because they think I support Ryan. I don't support Ryan in his fuck shit, but I do play the Haney pack though.
Haney pack, nigga. Haney pack, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, Haney pack. Yo, Bill, where you at, Bill? Yeah, Bill. You looking like Bill Cosby tonight.
Come on, man. Where we at, man?
Haney pack.
We in New York, man. Where we at?
Oh, yeah, what you say?
Easy.
Cali Nights, ain't he from?
Oh, bro, you clowning, bro. We chilling.
Yeah, that.
Right after the fight,
And you
bro.
trying to act like it's all good. No, it ain't good. Fuck them niggas.
To get overconfident. Big left hand by Garcia.
Outback.
Oh, Sugar take it down. Goes Devin Haney. That left hook is lethal.
As frequently as it needs to happen.
Oh, he's got him locked again. And down for a second time. Oh, will the third time be the charm? 5, 6, 7.
It's literally become like a staple of the channel, bro. By the way, like that don't mean that I support Ryan and what he does. I just love them highlights, man. Love them highlights. That's all that means. Tycho, you be making it worse, bro. Tycho, you be like, I don't even be wanting to play it half the time, bro. But you be like, come on, man, play the Haney pack, man. You like Tycho reminds me of he's the guy that like when you was growing up in school when they said, yo, the peer pressure, that's Tycho. You know why they made the DARE program? Like because of people like him. He's the dude when you was leaving school, he was the dude that was just on the corner that was like, yo, kid, hit this. You're like, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to stay in school. You're like, come on, all the cool kids do it. That's Tycho, bro. That's Tycho. Did OJ do it? I have no idea. You think he did it? Oh, you're asking me because of true crime? You know what? Hey, for real though? You know I think his son could have did it. It don't matter. They were one of the Simpsons did it, bro. Yeah, for like a year, and he'll be back, bro. Like, you know, when you're hated, like when you're hated in any sport, it's just as bad as you like getting support. I honestly believe that most of Floyd's success, okay, do you think people mostly hated Floyd or liked Floyd Mayweather? You think people mostly hate him or they liked him? Because I could tell you like this from personal experience. I know from personal experience, like I would watch a pay-per-view with Floyd Mayweather fighting, and I can tell you right now, more than half of the people in the room wanted that guy to lose, bro. More than half. Every time he fought, there were people I was with that was like, man, I can't wait till he talked too much, man. I can't wait till the day he get knocked out. Like, and because of that, they bought the dude's pay-per-views every time he fought. It's still supporting him. There's no difference. Canelo's the same way. You do know that a lot of these guys that don't like Canelo watch every time he fights, bro. Don't think that these guys are like, man, I hate Canelo. And then when he fights, they don't watch him. You're crazy, bro. That's not true. That's not true. Matter of fact, you go to the channels where the people that don't like Canelo, right? And watch when Canelo's fighting. They're live streaming the fight. They're live streaming because they want to see him lose, right? They want to see it's still support. It's the same thing. That's what I mean about Ryan. Like, what are you gonna like? You can't control how another person views you, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If a person doesn't like you because of your skin color and you get mad at them, what do you think's gonna happen? They're gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry. No, they're probably gonna hate you even more, bro. And I'm not saying don't stick up for yourself or nothing like that. I'm just saying if it's not gonna, are you doing more harm or good? by talking about this kid. To me, you keeping his name relevant, bro. Because he don't care whether you talking about him positively or negatively. Obviously, he don't care. Obviously, he don't care. I stopped supporting that kid months ago. I played a Haney pack in the highlights because, like I said, like that's got nothing to do with me supporting his views or not, though. It's like Tank Davis. Tank Davis wears nail polish and wears pocketbooks, bro. You think I wear nail polish and pocketbooks? No. That's for females. He wears that. But I watch him in the ring because he knocks people out. They do, but that's with anything, Tycho. That's with anything. Haters are the biggest. Yo, listen, Canelo. Let me tell you something. How many? You should know, Tycho. How many people do you think really don't like Canelo? They think he's a cherry pick. They think he's orchestrated his whole career or a lot of his career. They think he only takes fights where he has these massive advantages. Now, whether they're true or not, these people that literally talk about him all the time and hate him are the first ones to watch his fights, bro. They're the first ones to watch his fight. They're live streaming it because they can't wait to see him lose. Speaking of Canelo, by the way, look at the situation that he's in right now, bro. Canelo, it don't matter who he picks to fight next, bro. It don't matter. If that name is in David Benavidez, the boxing world don't want to hear it, bro. The boxing world really doesn't want to hear it. If that name is in David Benavidez, like, bro, him fighting the fact that he's actually entertaining Eubank Jr. is crazy to me. I'm not saying he hasn't deserved it. The guy could do whatever. In my opinion, he could do whatever he wants. When you're unfortunately that man could fight a man you've never heard of before and still probably outsell a lot of fighters just because it's Canelo, right? So when you have that much power, bro, you could really do whatever you want. But Eubank Jr., come on, bro. Like, I don't support that. No, I don't support that. I don't even support him fighting Berlanga. I know a lot of people like him fighting Berlanga. I don't. Y'all know how I feel about Berlanga. I don't feel like Berlanga's deserved it. Also, one of the main reasons why I don't want Berlanga fighting Canelo is because I know that when they fight, they're going to make it a Puerto Rico versus Mexico thing. They're going to do that. That's the angle they're going to play. They're going to play Puerto Rico versus Mexico, right? And I know Berlanga's going to get destroyed, so he's going to make Puerto Rico look bad. That's why I don't want to see the fight. That's the God's honest truth. It's the God's honest truth. Is because I know when they promote that fight, they're going to promote it as Mexico versus Puerto Rico, and you're going to actually have fans from Puerto Rico that really think he could beat Canelo, and that guy's going to get mollywopped, bro. That guy's it's going to be embarrassing, bro. And he's just going to make everyone look bad. So I don't want to see the fight because of that. But look at the situation that Canelo is in, bro. It doesn't matter who he fights. It doesn't matter who he fights, bro. This guy has Eubank Jr. as an option, Jamal Charlo as an option, Edgar Berlanga as an option. I heard he even got what's his name? The cruiserweight dude. What's his name, y'all? The one that what's his name? Badu Jack. Look at these names, bro. Badu Jack, Eubank Jr., Edgar Berlanga, Jamal Charlo. I haven't heard any fans. I don't know about you. I haven't heard anybody calling for Canelo to fight Jamal Charlo recently. The only people I know that's been calling for the Berlanga fight are loyal Puerto Rican fans that support Edgar Berlanga. And they should know in the bottom of their heart that that man's going to lose, by the way. If you really think that Berlanga is going to beat Canelo, bro, I don't know what you're watching. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to be close, bro. It's not. Jaime Munguia did way better against Canelo than Berlanga will ever do. In fact, if Jaime Munguia was to fight Berlanga, I got Jaime Munguia beating him up, bro. So nobody wants to see those two fights. Eubank Jr. Eubank Jr. Badu Jack. Look, Badu Jack would probably be the hardest fight because he'd move up in cruiserweight. But then nobody want to see that either, bro. I've defended Canelo like most of the time. And the reason why I've always defended him is because I felt like he was unfairly attacked, in my opinion. I feel like they were attacking him with fighters that really didn't do much. And I felt like they were trying to say that he was scared of these guys when really these guys weren't doing shit, in my opinion. So I always supported Canelo. I always was like, nah, y'all bugging right now. Like, chill. Like, how you gonna say Canelo's scared of this man? Who is this man for? That's why I always supported Canelo. But Canelo put himself in this position right now. He put himself in this position right now because he could have been fought David, bro. He could have been fought David. Let's just call it for what it is, bro. And for people saying, because I know people got this stance too. I know people got the stance that David don't really want to fight Canelo. There's people out there that go, yeah, but David don't really want to fight him. I'm also in that boat. I also don't think 100% he wants to fight Canelo. But you know what? Canelo could still call that bluff at any time, bro. He could call that bluff at any time, bro. Instead, what did he say? What did he say? $200 million he wants. That's insane. And that doesn't make any sense because in one sentence, you're saying that this kid is a nobody. In one sentence, Canelo's saying this kid is a nobody. Who is he? But then you're asking for $200 million, whether you're joking or not. That doesn't add up to me. Either the kid is a joke and he's not a threat to you, or he is, because you asking for $200 million. So which one is it? And look at the position he's in, bro. But at the end of the day, it don't matter. If he fights Eubank Jr., I guarantee you he'll still sell more than, I don't know, Teofimo's last fight. Or Devin Haney's last fight prior to him fighting Ryan. Even Ryan's last fight, probably. He'll probably still outsell these guys because he's got a massive fan base and people that are always going to be loyal to him. And that's why he does what he does. Because he can. Because he can. Because believe me, if fans weren't going to support that, if Canelo knew ahead of time that the fans are going to be like, nah, I ain't watching you fight Eubank, bro. I ain't paying for that. If he knew like beforehand, like everybody was like, hell nah, bro, we ain't paying for that. I guarantee you he wouldn't fight Eubank. I guarantee you he wouldn't. He fights somebody else. But he knows, hey, man, if I fight this guy, yeah, they're going to complain, but they're going to watch me anyway. The haters going to watch me anyway. And that's exactly what I mean by like when you don't like somebody, like to me, you keep them a lot more relevant. It doesn't matter, bro. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't, bro. Because I know you want to talk about him because you don't like him, right? You don't like what Ryan is saying, right? You hate what Ryan is saying. I get it. Well, you got to understand the flip side, bro, is you keeping this kid's name relevant every time you do a live talking about that, bro. And that's what that kid wants, bro. Canelo knows that he can fight whoever he wants, bro. He got people that hate him. They're going to buy the fight anyway. So it's just how the business of boxing goes, man. You know, it is what it is. It's kind of crazy how Ryan is still trending. He ain't even eligible to fight, bro. He ain't even eligible to fight. Kid is suspended. And yet you go to some of these guys' lives and he's like every single live for these guys. You know what I mean? Like, this is weird to me, man. Oh, yeah. So check this out. Thank you. Yeah. I'm getting a cat tomorrow. And guess what his name is, y'all? Shadow. I'm not playing. Like, I'm getting a cat tomorrow at a shelter. It's a kitten, and his name is Shadow. It's a little black cat. So you'll be seeing him with me, picking him up tomorrow. So hopefully everything goes all right. But yeah, so I'll have a kitten. And I just bought a little house on Amazon. So yeah, so a little Shadow cat with Shadow Ghost. And I swear to you, I didn't even name him Shadow. They named him Shadow. They named him Shadow Weinstein or something. Some weird name, bro. Well, I mean, I got to pick him up tomorrow, but I mean, I called in and gave my name. So it should be okay. I mean, I already got the things I need. So I figured, you know, my friends have been asking me to get a kitten for a long time. So, you know, I do have PTSD sometimes and I get sad. And I figured a cat will be good, man. You know, I was going to get a dog for the VA, but they wanted me to go live with the dog. Well, not live. They wanted me to sleep with the dog, not sleep with the dog. With some of y'all, I know how y'all think. Sleep at the place for 3 days in order for me to qualify to take him home as a PTSD dog. And he's trained and everything. But I was like, bro, I'm not going to Boston for 3 days, bro. I'm not. So I'll just get a kitten. Yeah, you'll see him as soon as I go live. I'll probably go live on my birthday. I'll go live on my birthday with Boots, I think. Which by the way, why not a dog? I just think that a dog would be more, you know, I'm just getting a kitten because I just think a cat suits me better right now in my life. You know what I mean? Cat named Tom Tom. What color is the cat? I wanted this other cat, just real quick before I change subject. I wanted this other cat called Cake Batter. It was a light cat, like with white fur and brown. Like it was a, you know, but Shadow's a complete black cat. Yes, it's in Philly. It's in Philly. And let me tell you something. This is a big fight for him, bro. Not necessarily because of the competition, bro. But I think it's because of let me ask you this. What do you think do you think it's in the realm of possibility that Crawford could fight Jaron in his boots, bro? Do you really think that? Because let's just be honest, that's possible. You got, like, in my opinion, the reason why Crawford is not fighting Boots, I don't think. Okay, let me ask you this. This is dead. You know, I'm actually curious to see what y'all think. Do you think Terrence Bud Crawford is scared to fight Jaron in his boots? Like, do you think in his mind he's like, I don't want to fight that kid? Do you really think that? Because I don't. I like Boots. I support Boots, bro. I like Boots. I do not think for 1 second that Bud Crawford is scared. Why would Bud be scared of him? Why? Bud got no reason to be scared of that kid, bro. It's the money, bro. It's the money. It's always been the money with Bud. And Boots is with Eddie Hearn now. See, look, see, this is what I'm saying right here. See, he thinks Crawford beats Boots, and this guy, look, Boots is ducking him. Yeah, I mean, Bud's not scared of that guy, bro. He's not. So get that out of your head. Like, the only reason why in the past I've always been heavy on Bud needs to fight Boots, right? I never once said Bud is scared of Boots. That's crazy to me, bro. Bud got no reason to be scared of Boots, bro. They both can go lefty. This is why I want to see the fight, bro. Both of them could fight left-handed, right-handed. Both of them, in my opinion, got dog in them, right? Both of them will fight you, bro. Like Bud is one of them rare fighters, bro, that if you hit him, what was that movie? What was that comedy with Damon Wayans? There was a long time ago. There was a comedy where he was a boxer. What's the name of the movie? And in the movie, he's like a champion boxer, right? And he gets hit. And he's like, you try to embarrass me on TV? And then he started coming forward. and he started beating the guy's ass, right? That reminds me of Bud, bro. No, I don't know. I don't think a lot of that was, but I've been through this before. I don't think a lot of that was Bud Crawford's fault. I don't think a lot of it was Bud Crawford's fault, bro. When Bud Crawford was at when Terrence Bud Crawford was at Top Rank, do you think that he look, this is where I don't understand. You got Bob Arum sitting there saying, I could buy a house in Beverly Hills with the money I lost in this guy. Mind you, this is a promoter talking about his own damn fighter, bro. His own damn fighter. Someone that you promoted. Nobody else, you promoted him. And you sit up on national TV and say, hey man, I could have bought a mansion with the money I lost on this guy, right? But yet you were the one paying him a guarantee every fight. And you were the one giving him these opponents, bro. So for somebody that was mad that he lost money, why didn't you go out of your way to break your back to put on a fight that I don't think it was all Bud's fault, but I will tell you this. Bud Crawford's fond, what is the word, bro? Bud Crawford likes money, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But because of that, I feel like he's made some decisions that didn't fit him well, that didn't fit his career. It maybe helped out his pockets, but it didn't help out his career. Look at the chat. Look at I've seen this for years now, bro. I've seen this for years now. Do you know how many people think that he literally signed with Top Rank to avoid Danny Garcia, to avoid Errol Spence Jr., to avoid Keith Thurman, to avoid? There's literally people out there that will tell you in their mind, Bud Crawford signed with Top Rank because he didn't want to fight those guys. I don't believe that, bro. I don't think a fighter of Bud's caliber is scared of anybody. Anybody, bro. I just don't see it, bro. I don't think he's scared. I think it's money. But that has messed up his career in a way. He didn't have to re-sign with Top Rank. He could have signed with PBC. And we would have saw those fights probably a lot sooner. The Boots is high risk and low reward. That I do think. I'm not saying that he hasn't been hesitant. Listen, there's no way on earth. Listen, for anybody saying that, but I've heard people say this. Bud knows he beats Boots in 3 rounds. I've heard people say that. Like he knows. Okay, well, you really think that if Bud really knew that he could do that to Boots, don't you think that's easy money? That's easy money. No, he knows that's a tough fight, bro. So he wants to get compensated. And he made that clear. He made that clear when they kept asking to fight him. He said, bro, listen, this guy's has ever been on pay-per-view. Like, I gotta make my money. Like, so I don't think it's because he's scared, but I do think that he's like, this is a tough fight. And if I'm gonna fight him, I'm gonna get paid right. You see how quick Bud went to 154, right? To fight whoever this guy's fighting right now. Which, by the way, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't really know too much about this guy. Madrimov. I don't know too much about him. He's only had 10 fights, bro. He's only had 10 fights. Let's look at the guy real quick. I mean, is the guy... I saw one fight with the guy, bro. I saw one fight with him. No, it's not the definite. No, Iceman, it's not, brother. It's not. It's not. Recognizing that somebody is a challenge, therefore you want to be compensated more, is not the same as I don't want to fight this dude, bro. You got fighters out there that will literally avoid a fighter because it ain't okay. How many times you seen this? How many times you seen a fighter want to fight another fighter, and what does the fighter do? The one that really doesn't want to fight the other guy, he puts on a front. He puts on a front and he tells everybody, yeah, 20 million. 20 million. You know damn well nobody's paying you 20 million. So you throw that number out there, you overprice yourself, and now you can say to everybody, look, I wanted to fight him. I clearly did. Did I not say 20 million? Did I not say? And then it makes it look like, it puts the blame on the other guy. Look, I'm going to prove it to you right now. Remember before Frank Martin fought Gervonta Tank Davis, who was Frank Martin supposed to fight? Who was Frank Martin supposed to fight before he fought Tank? And in the negotiations, they fell apart. Well, no, actually, he didn't fall apart. He literally said, I'm not going to fight the guy. And everyone called him a duck. Shakur Stevenson, bro. So you think you take Shakur Stevenson and you tank Tank. You as a fighter, you have an O, okay? You're undefeated. I want you to put this into perspective. You're undefeated. You have an O. They come to you, they say, you want to fight Shakur Stevenson or you want to fight Gervonta Tank Davis? And you choose Gervonta Tank Davis. You think he's scared of Shakur? Psst. No. Because Tank could really hurt you. Tank knocks out most of his opponents, bro. Flatline. And that's what happened to him. He got flatlined. Did he not? Did he not get knocked out? The dude was knocked out on his feet. The dude was knocked out standing up. He was unconscious while he was standing up. And then got hit again. But he didn't fight Shakur prior to that, right? And when they asked him why, what did he say? Money. And I'm trying to prove to you, Iceman, it wasn't because he was scared. It's because he knew Shakur was a tough fight, right? He knew it's a tough fight. If I lose, my stock is going to go down. Therefore, I want to be paid well. There's a difference, bro. Do you understand that's not scared because he left him and went and fought Tank, bro. I'm sorry, but anybody that says I'm scared of Shakur, but I'll fight Tank in a heartbeat, that doesn't make sense to me. Shakur can't hurt you. Shakur will outpoint you. Shakur will win the fight, maybe, but you're going to probably walk out unscathed, bro. You probably won't even, you fight Tank, you getting knocked out, bro. You getting carried out on your back. So the man said, I'm not fighting Shakur because they were only going to pay me this much. When I know that that's a hard fight, if I lose, my stock goes down. I want to be compensated. There's a difference, bro. That's not scared, Iceman. That's called being smart, bro. That's called being smart. And I feel like Bud is doing the same thing when it comes to boots. Let me ask you, Iceman, come on now. Bud isn't stupid. Bud isn't stupid. And for anybody out there that is these hyper Crawford fans that say, oh man, he destroys Boots in 2 rounds. All right. If that was the case, why wouldn't Bud just take that fight then? That's easy money, ain't it? Easy money, right? It's real easy money. He could just take, he might not get a massive payday, but I mean, he's going to destroy Boots, right? In 2 rounds, 2-3 rounds, right? That's easy money. That's an easy check. So why not do it then? Because he knows it's not an easy fight. He knows that's not an easy fight. So he wants to get compensated for it, bro. That's not scared. That's being smart. He did, HOD. Look, very, very, very rarely do you see me and HOD agree. Very rarely. But Frank did a smart business move. You can't tell me that. You cannot sit here and tell me that Frank Martin was scared to fight Shakur Stevenson, but then jumped straight into a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. That was a pure business move. That was because I think in Frank's mind, I'm not going to say this because it's going to sound like I'm making Frank seem like a bitch. He's not a bitch, okay? But I think in Frank's mind, he thought, well, Shakur, I might lose. Tank, I might lose. I'm undefeated right now. If I take a loss, my stock drops. Does your stock not drop? Unless you're somebody like Ryan Garcia. Unless you're someone like Ryan Garcia, Canelo Alvarez, Tank, I still feel like even if Tank was to lose, his stock might drop. But because of the way he fights and because he knocks people out, he's still going to be. You see how Ryan lost, right? Ryan lost, but his momentum as far as people supporting him didn't lose. And I'm telling you right now, this whole thing he doing, people hate him, so they're gonna watch him even more, bro. They're already doing it. They're already keeping the kid relevant. He's not even eligible to fight. Most of their lives is about Ryan was racist and Ryan was this and that, bro. They have KKK rallies every day. Like if you want to help, don't mention him. Because all you doing is keeping this kid relevant, bro. There's only a few fighters that can do that. So Frank Martin, in his mind, was like, if I fight Shakur, that's a tough fight. I'll lose, probably. I'm not saying he was thinking that. I know I could tell you this. I can guarantee you that in Frank Martin's mind, he's like, Shakur is a tough fight. Tank is a tough fight. So if I'm going to lose, or if there's a possibility that I'm going to lose, then damn it, I'm going to pick the one that's going to pay me more. That's a smart business move. And I feel like Crawford, for anyone saying that Crawford washes Boots, no, bro. Like, if Boots really believed that, that's easy money. Do you know how many people I've heard say, oh, Crawford knows he washes Boots in three rounds. Then then that's easy money, bro. Take it. Why is Canelo asking? Look, this is the same thing I get on Canelo. So as much as I feel like David doesn't really want to fight Canelo, sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like David Benavidez he's putting like an okie doke on y'all, bro. Like, he's really making it seem like he wants to fight Canelo. And I'm not saying he doesn't, but I feel like they overhyped that, bro. I feel like they overhyped that, because I feel like there are things that David could have did that could have probably got him that fight. If you know in your mind, right, that the more you disrespect Canelo and the more you come out your mouth saying some left shit is going to decrease your chances in getting the fight, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I'm not saying you got to kiss his ass, but if you really want the fight and you know that the more you annoy this man, the more you piss him off, his character is to say, you know what? I'm not giving it. In Canelo's mind, he's giving the kid a payday. Remember when Andre when Andre said, yo, Canelo, why don't you fight me? He goes, payday, you want payday? In Canelo's mind, he's like, I'm paying these guys, bro. So he doesn't want to pay the kid because the kid is being disrespectful in his mind. So I've said this 1,000 times. So if you know in your mind that you and your father disrespecting this man, pissing him off, is lowering your chances of getting the fight, then why do you continue to do it? Why? That's why I feel like David isn't always really wanting. I'm not saying he doesn't want to fight Canelo, but I'm saying there was a lot of things he could have did to kind of like make it a lot better, and he didn't. But going back to Canelo, do you think Canelo thinks that David is an easy fight? Do you think because Canelo makes no sense. He makes no sense when he says, and I've defended Canelo before. He makes no sense when he says, this kid is a nobody. He brings nothing to the fight other than 25 pounds that night, right? Now, I think he's talking about a market share. I think when he says that, he's referring to money or what he brings as far as revenue goes. But I know damn well he knows deep down inside the fight itself, that kid's dangerous, bro. Because if not, why are you asking for $200 million? It makes no sense. It makes no sense whether you're exaggerating or you're not. It doesn't make any sense to say this kid has done nothing. He's worth nothing. It's a joke. Why should I give him a payday? And then in the very next sentence, you say, well, if someone pays me $200 million, yeah. That's because he knows it's not an easy fight, bro. So does that mean Canelo's scared of David? So by that logic, is Canelo scared of David? So is Canelo scared of David, or is he just trying to get the most money that he can? That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like Bud is doing with Boots, bro. And for anyone thinking that it's an easy fight, is crazy, because he would have been took the fight, bro. He would have been took the fight if he thought this kid was an easy wash. I'm going to go in there, easy night for me. That's an easy payday, bro. He knows it's not, bro. He wants to be compensated. Frank Martin knew I could lose to Shakur. I could lose to Tank. So I'm going to pick the one who pays me more. He even said it in an interview, bro. When they asked him, leading up to the Tank fight, they asked him, yo, you literally was supposed to fight Shakur and you literally like walked out the fight. People think you ducked him, but here you are fighting Tank. Why? And what did he say? He said, because I know in my heart that the magnitude of the fight did not match what they wanted to pay me. And what he meant by that is I gotta owe. If I lose, my stock is gonna drop, bro. And it did. Let me ask you, you think Frank Martin is gonna make more money now or less money? Now, in my eyes, I feel like he put a pretty good account of himself, though. For the first 4 or 5 rounds. I think Frank Martin showed that he's got some. Listen, for a dude that started boxing late, for a guy that started boxing late, he did pretty well the first 4 rounds. Then once he gassed out, that's it. But I still think that because he lost, his stock isn't going to be the same, bro. Because people just remember him getting knocked out. Ryan is different. Ryan's like a wild card, bro. Like not everyone's going to be like Ryan and Canelo or Tank. Like those are wild cards, bro. Most people lose. They lose their stock drops, bro. Unless very rarely someone like Rolly comes around. Now, Rolly, why you think people watch Rolly? You think people watch Rolly? Why? You know why I think people watch Rolly? Because believe it or not, whether you love Rolly or hate Rolly, the kid is exciting. You don't know what he's going to say. You know he throws every punch with power. May not be the most sophisticated, and he probably doesn't have the greatest boxing skills, but you know the kid is going to fight you, right? The kid is going to try to hurt you. The kid is going to try to get a knockout. And you know that leading up to the fight, that kid's going to talk so much shit that you're going to get your money's worth. Bro, he did so good with promoting. He had me wanting him to win against Pitbull, bro. I literally had a heart attack when Pitbull almost killed Rolly. I literally almost had a heart attack, bro, because I really wanted Rolly to win. That's basically because of the way that he promoted himself and everything like that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. I look at it different, bro. If you were the one hopping in the ring and you were the one, that's why I don't get on Shakur. Listen, I don't blame Shakur Stevenson, but I also blame Shakur Stevenson. I don't blame Shakur Stevenson for not wanting to get hit and for being defensive. I don't blame him for that. He's the one that's got to live with his body. If he gets CTE, whatever, fine. But I do blame him for expecting him to fight like that and then expecting us to be like, wow, that's great. I want to see that again. That's where I disagree with him. Because say what you want about Bud Crawford, that dude has knocked out how many of his opponents in the past couple of years? How many opponents has Bud Crawford knocked out? When was the last time somebody went the distance with Bud Crawford, bro? Here we go, right here. Here we go, right here. The last time somebody went the distance with Bud Crawford was Victor Postal, bro. Victor Postal. So let's count this, bro. 1 knockout, 2 stoppage, 3 stoppage, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 straight stoppages, bro. 11. So so when you start stopping people like that, so now look, I guarantee you, how many of y'all think that Bud, this guy he's fighting at 154, how many of y'all think that fight's going the distance? I don't think it's going the distance. You want to know why I don't think it's going the distance? Because Bud Crawford has put it in my mind for the past 11 fights that he's going to fight you, bro. He's going to try to get you out of there. He's not going to, if he can settle for a knockout over a decision, that's what separates Bud and people like Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. That's what separates them. Because Shakur, he's fighting and he's going, well, as long as I can guarantee a victory and I don't get touched, I'm good, right? Bud is like, yo, if I can get this dude out of here, I'm going to get him out of here. It's a different mentality, bro. It's a different mentality. Right, Sergeant? That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't think Shakur believes in himself, bro. So anyway, man, I got to get out of here, man, because I got to wake up early in the morning. So, but I appreciate y'all. I'll probably go on maybe on Saturday. On my birthday. My birthday's on Saturday, the Boots fight. So I might go on, especially if I have a new cat. I'll show y'all the cat. But until then, bro, y'all have a blessed night. It's still nighttime. All right. Let's see.